Make it noise. Well, wouldn't say that.
At least it like lasts.
Yeah.
That would have been worse. Okay, we'll do it because I'm like it was so.
For the class, just right in the honors college.
Do I get extra points because I have this week?
I mean, you'll be fine when it all comes out in the end. Being honest. Friend. Yeah.
That was back there. And so now I'm like, nice today. It's very cool. They look up the steps like
6 more weeks of winter.
all right. How you doing?
Doing all right, you know. I got this Zoom thing here.
Is there only one?
Yeah. Yeah. It's probably about time.
Mhm.
Out of class, I'm like, geez.
So there's a chance people are still going to come in a little bit late, but out of respect for all of you that came right on time, and many of you came really, really early, we might as well get started. So my name is Rob Villela. I'm the coordinator of student life here. I think I know all of you. You all know me mostly. So thank you for being here for the Fall 2024 induction ceremony for Psi Beta, the Psychology Honor Society for Community Colleges. I want to welcome all of you for being a part of this and congratulate the students that are being inducted, those of you that are in the room and those who are not able to make it into the room today. I also want to acknowledge a couple of people here. Here we have Dr. Christy Bishop, our interim president of the college. And I'll also welcome Dr. Brian Dutz, who is the coordinator of the Dwayne S. Molnar Speaker Series, of which this is a part today. And I always acknowledge Julie Greathouse, my boss. Thank you all for being here. I'm actually a big proponent of this particular honor society. It is the smallest of the 4 honor societies that we have at the college. This chapter was created under the initiative of 2 students who put in all the work and effort to create the application and get a charter issued by the national headquarters. Those 2 students spent part of an entire semester working on this project, creating this chapter, and then graduated before they had a chance to be members of this chapter. So I always want to acknowledge them and the work that they did without really being recognized for it. I want to tell you a little bit about Psi Beta. It was founded with the purpose of encouraging students to be interested in psychology beyond the classroom, but focus particularly on the scholarship of psychology, the things that we can learn from psychology and about psychology. The mission is to encourage professional development and psychological literacy of all students at 2-year colleges through promotion and recognition of excellence in scholarship, leadership, research, and community service. This organization is not exclusively open to psychology majors. This chapter is open to all students who have an interest in psychology. To be invited, you are asked to complete a psychology course with a grade of a B or above have an overall cumulative GPA of 3.25 or higher, have completed 12 credits, and have good standing in the community, and also have shown an interest in the field of psychology in one form or fashion. I want to also recognize really quickly Jorge Tapia Becerril, who's serving as our intern this semester, focused on honor societies. So those of you that are in this honor society or about to be in this honor society will be hearing from Jorge at some point throughout this semester, and you'll also hear from him later today. But first, I want to get out of the way. I'm going to let this podium be taken over by our chapter co-president, Sarah O'Donnell.
I'd like to start by acknowledging our co-advisors, Lou Ceres and Vicky Krug, and thank them for their support. I also want to congratulate all of you on being here, even those who didn't show up. Being inducted into an honor society is something that not everyone is offered. Not everyone can do this. This is based on what you've already achieved, which is something Rob always likes to stress. Any honor society is based on what you've already done. So congratulations on your accomplishments that have led you to be here. And Psi Beta can be a great stepping point for even more accomplishments. Now, maybe you will walk out of this induction ceremony today and that'll be the end of your journey with Psi Beta. Maybe you don't have time to attend meetings or be involved in events, but maybe you do. And maybe it's a great opportunity for you. So just being active in membership means you can get involved in multiple events on campus. We have a self-care fair regularly either every semester or every other semester, depending on our capabilities. We often invite guest speakers in, and we have a variety of other events that we collaborate with other people on every semester. So if you're interested in getting involved in the campus community, that's a great way to do that. You can also come up with your own ideas for events, whatever that may be, which is a really great way to get involved. And it also is an opportunity to meet other people interested in psychology, because chances are you're here today. If you want to be inducted into Psi Beta, you probably have an interest for one reason or another. Maybe you're a psychology student, maybe you're a social work student, maybe you don't really know what you want to do yet, maybe you're interested in health sciences and the psychological aspects of it, but for whatever reason, you chose to be here today. And maybe if you chose to be here today, you even want to take it a step beyond membership. Maybe you're interested in a leadership position, which we're really unique in that we have 2 co-presidents every semester, and we are allowed to have as many vice presidents as we want, which is specifically set up so anyone who's interested in any sort of leadership position has the chance to do that, which I think is really neat because it gives everyone a chance. And leadership is a great learning experience. I know most people don't really feel prepared to take on a leadership position. I really did not. When I was coming and interested in becoming a co-president, there was currently one other co-president at the time, and I didn't really know what I was getting into. But just in my short amount of time as co-president, it has taught me leadership skills, it's taught me communication skills, it's taught me organizational skills, it's taught me how to reach out and ask people for support and help when I need. It has taught me how to delegate to other people. And there's just so much more that you can do with Psi Beta. But another thing Rob always says, you get out of those things what you put into things. So if you put in the effort for Psi Beta, then that's great, and that can be a big thing for you. But I know sometimes you don't have the time to get involved as you want, and that's perfectly fine. Do what you're able, and hopefully this will be an enjoyable experience for all of you. I'd also like to introduce our next speaker, Liz Ambrose, who is a board-certified practicing music therapist in the Pittsburgh area. She recently earned her master's degree in music therapy and counseling from Slippery Rock University, completing her thesis on exploring gender affirmative practice in group music therapy setting. She currently works for Three Rivers Community Care, where she works with clients in many different settings, including schools, hospitals, inpatient treatment centers, women's shelters, nursing homes, and in-home behavioral health. So let's give her a round of applause.
A huge congratulations to all the inductees of the Honor Society today, and also a big thank you to the college, faculty, and staff, especially Rob, for allowing me to be here to speak and to join in celebration with you. A little bit about me, as you can tell by my introduction, I wear many different hats in many different places, but I recently graduated with my master's degree in music therapy and counseling. And there I completed my master's thesis as well, exploring pronoun sharing with group therapy settings for my graduate project. I'm entering my third year practicing as a music therapist, where I currently work at a Pittsburgh-based private practice. And I'm also currently working towards earning my LPC in the state of PA, so I can hopefully expand my expertise as well. Music therapy, in a simple definition, is where we utilize music and musical elements to work towards a non-musical clinical goal when establishing a relationship with clients. For example, as you heard, I work in many different places. So in a day in the life for me could be working with gait training for motor rehabilitation. It could be playing a name that tune game for some memory retention with clients with dementia. Could be conducting song lyric discussion regarding active use in addiction treatment centers, or even teaching emotional coping skills with adolescents in writing a song together. As a music therapist, working with all different settings and communities, I often find myself very challenged with my work. And it's almost like a puzzle of how I can incorporate these musical aspects into this person's treatment goals. And I feel like at many times, I am also the snapshot example of a recent graduate working in a clinical position who is asking themselves questions such as, am I confident in what I'm doing? How do I know if I'm doing well? Or my favorite brain question to use, especially when working with the adolescents, what is happening? Speaking candidly, I was incredibly flattered, but very surprised receiving this invitation to speak to you all today. No surprise, those familiar little voices of my self-doubt was visiting me again. And never before have I done any kind of speech like this. Usually if I'm speaking in front of people, I have a bunch of instruments and I kind of let the music talk for myself. And as a recent graduate and a young professional working in the music therapy field, I thought to myself, what could I possibly have to offer? Just figuring this out for myself. But suddenly I recognized something that my therapist would offer as a term as a breakthrough. There was this element of fear and this self-doubt that was holding me back. And I felt that this anxiety leading up to this opportunity of newness might have been my self-doubt intruding on that. And I recognized that maybe this sensation itself wasn't actually quite new because I had experienced it before for myself and while working in the clinical field. Often when I work with clients, we discuss leaning into discomfort. This frequently pops up with my work in settings such as acute addiction treatment centers, where leaning into the discomfort requires us to remain present and attentive to the experiences of something new. It encourages us to step outside of our comfort zone, to try new things, to embrace the possibilities of successes and failures, and hopefully to provide us with some insight towards ourselves. And in the substance addiction setting, we often relate to the realm of discomfort for where that change and progress can start. I relate the realm of discomfort and uncertainty to a musical improvisation. And a music improvisation is basically where there's little to no pre-formed musical material for whoever is playing while performing. So I didn't bring my guitar in because I'm not great at improvising with my guitar, but I can do a little vocal improvisation just to demonstrate. I didn't plan that. I just let anything come out. And there you go. There's an improvisation. Literally the definition of make it up as you go. And like anything else, the more experience that you have improvising, that's a word, will impact your perception of how difficult it is. In the therapeutic practice, I'll structure some type of improvisation to play with the client, usually in using different instruments to explore this realm of discomfort. Commonly, when I ask clients the classic therapist question, how did that make you feel? Their response will typically be something like uncomfortable, nervous, vulnerable, or even I was a little scared. And so from there, we might form this idea that trying something new causes us to worry about failure, as well as doubts towards our abilities to succeed. That trying something new could be scary. As students, I can imagine that you have experienced at least one instance of discomfort yourselves. I cannot speak for your experiences, but I can draw on mine as an honors student a few years back. I think we can all agree as a blanket statement that college is hard. And achieving honors in college is hard. We are met with these expectations of excelling, whether we put those upon ourselves or others, or maybe it's a little bit of both. And this on top of navigating the challenges of higher education, also that little bit of taking care of ourselves, working, and let's just be honest, just being able to live a life. That could make college a really challenging experience. And I could stand up here and I could tell you that I have it all figured out. And that would be a very outrageous lie. Perhaps something more truthful to confide in is that, like many other 20-some-year-old recent graduates new in the clinical field, I'm not really sure what I'm doing half the time, but I do credit my experience as an honors student for providing me with willpower and perseverance to keep going despite these uncertainties and maybe the discomfort and the growing pains as I navigate my professional and personal worlds. The extra hours of studying, the class engagement, the music rehearsals, the honors extracurriculars, these were all privileged opportunities that I was able to access to better myself. But at the time, in that moment, I promise you, I was not so easily future-oriented. And frankly, there were times I asked myself, what is the point of this? Even at my weakest moments, I continued to just keep going. And I recognize that it is normal to feel burnt out when we push ourselves to achieve something greater. But most importantly is that I didn't give up. And now in this next season of life after graduation and navigating this new clinical realm, I can reflect on my time as an honors student and recognize that the gifts that I received out of that experience continue to help me conquer the uncertainties I have currently. And in the psych build business, we call this building resiliency. I can say for myself that I am so happy and proud of diving into the discomfort. Now that I am on the other side of those experiences, I can recognize how much I have grown as a person, as a therapist, and as a scholar. And in that moment of graduating with honors, I proved to myself that I can do hard things. And no matter where we are in our lifespan, we will always be met with these different hard things, these new challenges that we have not yet faced. But perhaps we could reframe these to be opportunities of growth for ourselves. Say this like it's easy, but perhaps you're a stubborn tourist like me, and this shift in mindset could require some adjustment. Part of this adjustment requires trusting ourselves that we can do the hard things, even when we are in this turbulent storm of self-doubt. From a music therapy perspective, it can turn into maybe some music listening or looking to our favorite songs to help us connect more to this idea of how scary things can be opportunities of growth. In practice, this might look like me creating and structuring a resiliency playlist with a client to string preferred songs together that hold that type of narrative. Songs that come to mind would be The Climb by Miley Cyrus, Underdog by Alicia Keys, Starting Over by Macklemore, and perhaps Keep on Truckin' by the Grateful Dead. But today, you have all proven to yourselves that you can do hard things by accepting an invitation to the Honor Society. And I encourage you to acknowledge the success in your life. to hold space to reflect on how your hard work and how your hard work has paid off. Recognize your greatness today because it becomes important towards building that perseverance and that little thing called resiliency for future challenges ahead. You will be met with challenges even in this academic year as it progresses, as it advances in your careers, as you obtain future jobs, take on new exciting endeavors. And I know as honor students that you will rise to the occasion. You've demonstrated to yourself that you can rise to the challenge and strive to be the best version of yourself. Recognize the strengths that have taken you this far to get to this moment in your academic career, while also recognizing how it will be fruitful towards your aspirations, whatever those may be. Furthermore, it sounds a little silly, but I challenge you to be proud of yourself. Not just acknowledging it, but actually feeling proud of yourselves. I work with clients who confide in an accomplishment or an achievement goal with me, and they are so quick to brush it aside, and I'm like, why? Heck, even I do this. I think we all do it to some degree. And it's okay to feel the pride in the things that we accomplish, especially when those are really hard things to do. It's important to be present in the moment and to recognize what that accomplishment really feels like or really feels like it for us. And if we can recognize how good that accomplished feeling is, maybe we can utilize this as motivation for our next challenge when there is yet another uncomfortable situation or something we must rise to the occasion for, something that we must dive into. So, your job today is to celebrate and appreciate yourselves and all of your accomplishments that have led to this moment, to celebrate the achievement you have made, to hold on to that feeling of pride. Have joy for the people that are around you and for yourself. Listen to your favorite song to celebrate, and know that we are all very proud of you and to go and do great things. Thank you so much for inviting me to speak today, and best wishes for your future leans into discomfort.
Good afternoon, everyone. I hope you guys are all enjoying the ceremony as much as I am. As Rob mentioned earlier, my name is Jorge Tapia. I am currently Rob's Honor Society intern here at the UCCC, and I currently attend Indiana University of Pennsylvania pursuing my master's degree in student affairs and higher ed. So essentially, I want to do basically what Rob is doing or working in res life, anything to do with students in higher ed. My passion for student affairs actually came from an honor society that I was in on campus. I was part of an RA honor society by the name of Rho Alpha Sigma, which now, full circle moment, I now currently advise the group. So it's very fun. And I'm going to say the benefits of an honor society are endless and very great. One thing that I do want to mention to those who are going to be inducted here today is that you do get the wonderful privilege of using the honor suite here. That is open to you guys as members of Psi Beta. So I won't say anything more. I'll pass it on now to Matthew Pearl, who will be calling the invited members for their homework. Yeah. Matthew, I'll now stand properly.
As for Jorge said, I will be reading off the oath and saying the names of the new inductees. So first off, we have Zachary Greeley. Second, we have Lady Guillory. Then we have Christine Lansky and Allie King.
Okay. My first time, sorry.
That's all. And then we have Krishna Lakansetti. Sorry if I said that wrong. Brianna Lovett. Kathy Morrison. Jillian K. Bohemus. Megan Riley. Ashley Shackley. And Connor Trainer. So now for the oath, right? I don't have it.
You don't have it?
I think I might have accidentally stolen it.
I just got the. So after each part, the new inductees will answer with "I do" as they acknowledge what I'm going to read off. So do you attest that you possess all the requirements for active membership in Psi Beta National Honor Society in Psychology? Do you understand and accept the responsibilities which membership entails? Do you pledge to maintain the ideals for which Psi Beta stands to the best of your ability? Do you further pledge as a member of Psi Beta to actively cooperate in activities and support Psi Beta with time and resources as you are able? And now, congratulations and welcome to Psi Beta. We invite all of you to individually accept your certificate. And now just congratulations and welcome to Psi Beta.
Yes.
Thanks.
Yeah, of course.
I can prepare to.
I'm like, I don't have it.
Sorry.
So there are more inductees, they just weren't able to come today. It's not a 4-person honor society. I promise. But what a great afternoon this was. Great remarks from Liz. Thank you for sharing those thoughts. And thank you to our 2 co-presidents, especially Matthew, who's brand new, started in his role, 2 weeks ago?
Yeah.
Welcome aboard. This is how we get you into these things. And congratulations again to the 2 new inductees who showed up today. So, and this is true, I tell Sarah this all the time. Honor societies recognize what you have already achieved. Your requirements and expectations are over at this point. However, you will see that our chapter of Psi Beta is extremely active. You will see a number of activities, events, and so forth that the chapter sponsors, and we strongly encourage you to be a part of that moving forward. And again, I want to acknowledge Lou Serace is here again. He's one of our fearless leaders of this organization, and somehow he got out of speaking at all today. I don't know how that happened. Okay, and thank you again, everybody, for being here. We have some refreshments out in the hallway out here, and we invite you all to join us for that.